why did I at one point nearly consider carrying out terror attacks in London? Um, and the answer to that is kind of complicated. It's because of the way I was brought up. I was brought up believing that the West is at war with Islam, and that because the West is at war with Islam, the West is therefore a legitimate target for attacks. So growing up in London, and I was born and raised in London, growing up in London, I was taught that I was living in enemy territory, that everyone surrounding me was the enemy, that they were out there to get me. And it was within this kind of mentality that when 9/11 happened and all the conspiracy theories started flying around about the Americans making it up and doing it so that they could ha have an excuse to invade Muslim countries, I believed them because it fitted with what I believed in, with what I had been taught. And then when the Afghanistan and Iraq wars happened, I understood them in a way that explained that actually the reason why they were attacking these Muslim countries was simply because they were Muslim, because they wanted to kill Muslim people. I honestly believed that, even as and kind of growing up as like a 16-year-old. So when those wars happened, I got really angry and I thought, see, they're doing it just to kill Muslims. Therefore, I want to actually take revenge and carry out an attack in London. Why didn't I carry out an attack? And there's a few answers to this one. Um, the first reason is simply because I just didn't have the means available to me. If had I had the means available to me when I was at my most radical and my most angry, then I think I probably would have carried out an attack. The second reason was that kind of held me back was the fact that I didn't want to get caught. And I know that sounds silly, but it's a very simple reason. And I wanted to do it kind of properly without getting caught, and I didn't have the means available to kind of do it properly under the radar, so to speak. But then, after a little while of thinking about this, it viscerally just kind of felt wrong. And it just felt wrong killing people, innocent people. And because of that, I started looking for a reason to kind of find a reason to not carry out a terror attack, to kind of look for a reason for why terror attacks were wrong in Salafi Islam. And I was brought up as a Salafi. And I sought those interpretations and explanations out, and I found them. And the explanation said this: because you're a British citizen, you have in effect an agreement with the British state saying that you will not carry out attacks. Therefore, you should not carry out attack. You should not carry out attacks because carrying out attacks will go against that agreement. And I found this convincing, and I stopped myself from carrying out attacks. And that was that.